Before the start of the race, track officials make certain that all drivers are familiar with the rules.
Beautiful day. We have a beautiful crowd. Here in Canada, if there's a yellow flag shown or a stationary yellow flag or a stationary yellow light, you may pass. Joe Mazzetta? George Chapman? Chuck Duval? Max Merrier?
The pageantry at Mosport not only lends color to the sport, but also allows the drivers a momentary escape from pre-race jitters.
I guess it would be fair to say that I'm tense before the start of a race. I feel this in quite a few different ways. I can't eat properly. A lot of people aren't bothered to quite the same extent about these things, but I do my best to try not to show it. In fact, Frank Mancini is probably, and perhaps my wife, would be the only ones that know I really am nervous. I know that Frank notices that I do all kinds of things. I check the tire pressures 3 and 4 times. I look at the oil on the motor to make sure there's enough oil in there. I do that 3 or 4 times, and I just try and occupy my time because I can't sit still. Right up until the moment the flag falls, I'm a lot of butterflies and very, very uneasy. But the moment a race starts, I can settle right down and like as if it never happened. I just seem to have to get into it before I can settle down. It's a real thrill to be out driving on a course like Mosport. Aside from the fact that it's a beautiful piece of road and twisting and turning and uphill and downhill and so on, but the actual fact that the drivers that are out taking part in the races they're experienced drivers. Of course, they're very capable and they're courteous out on the track. They handle their machinery very well. And I must say it's a real pleasure to be passed on the track by a driver of the caliber of Jim Clark and Jim Hall. These are real fine gentlemen and a credit to the sport. I really discount the element of danger that's talked about in racing. There's a lot of factors that people who talk about this don't really take into account, such as the experienced drivers, and they really are people that know how to handle the car. The cars themselves are always very well prepared and carefully inspected before the start of the race for mechanical defects. You must remember also that all of the cars are traveling in the same direction, a factor to eliminate the possibility of head-on collisions. So I think that a person is probably safer out on the track than you are driving home from the track. I drive racing cars because I, first of all, derive a tremendous satisfaction from trying to get the most out of a car while you're on the track. To get the car around the corner as fast as you possibly can, having it right on the brink of spinning out and so on, is a thrill that's pretty hard to describe, and it's one that very few people have the opportunity of enjoying. There's also the element of competition. It gives you an opportunity to match your skills with those of a group of keen competitors, and also the recognition that comes from taking part and sometimes winning these races. Once a race is over, you don't always win. Sometimes there's a letdown, but there's always the silver lining to the cloud. There's always another race and another day. So you do have something to look forward to.